Okay, good morning, everyone. Okay, we'll continue our book reading this morning. The Toyota Way to Service Excellence by Jeffrey K. Liker and Karen Ross. Last week, we looked at purpose-driven organizations. We looked at mission statements that stuck, and we also looked at the Southwest Airline compelling mission, what Southwest will and will not do. Last week on mission statement that don't stuck, it taught us the two most important or the two useful tips to use or to consider when writing a mission statement. First, you have to use a concrete language so that the purpose of your mission or your vision statement in your organization should or could be clear to anyone, and any customer could be able to identify, or any your employees will be able to identify with it. Another useful tip it talked about last week is that talk about the why, so that it's unmistakable about what makes you care about the mission. So today we'll be looking at the do's and don'ts of the Southwest Airline trade-offs to achieve its purpose. That is the do's and the don'ts of their mission statement on page 72. That's where we stopped last week. It said the activities that support Southwest strategic choices in turn depends on engaged, committed employees who feel more like part of a team than just cheap labor. For example, it takes dedication and teamwork to rapidly turn around a plan and then become a friendly, smiling face for all your customers. Southwest employees came to view challenges as inspiring. In its formative years, the company had only 4 plants. To afford staying in business, it had to sell one of them. So Southwest challenged its highly motivated ground crew to turn around a plane in 10 minutes, when previously it was taking 45 minutes to an hour. The crew members had no idea how they were going to do it, but through a series of experiments, they were able to reliably achieve a 22-minute turnaround, enough to keep a flight scheduled with 25% fewer planes. In effect, Southwest is living the core Toyota Way principle of respect for people and continuous improvement. Southwest Airline could have followed the lead of its giant competitors and simply tried to beat them on cost. It could have benchmarked best practices and imitated them. Instead, Southwest chose to develop its own strategy, which made clear its distinctive purpose and positioning it in the market. That included deciding what it would not do, realizing that strategy was an evolutionary process. It engaged the entire workforce to meet challenges to its very existence. By hiring well, paying well, and developing a culture of fun and engagement, Southwest created advocates in every employee who represent the company's philosophy and rally to meet each challenge. Karen had a recent experience with Southwest that illustrates its innovative and lean approach to customer service. We are all used to waiting in long lines in airports, and many airlines would say it is the fault of the airports that they cannot control. But Southwest does not accept that and refuses to simply copy its competitors. Do's and don'ts in a mission statement. Things to do: fix low cost. Things to the don'ts, high price with variety. Things to do, 20 minutes plain turnaround, and things not to do, delay turnaround. Things to do, long airtime hour, and things not to do, long delays. Things to do, focus on internet sales. Things not to do, high use of travel agents. Things to do, quality snacks for sales. Things not to do, meals. Things to do, first come, first serve seats by zone. Things not to do, assign seats in advance. Things to do, schedule for connection to other Southwest flights. Things not to do, focus on connection with other airlines. Things to do, transfer baggages to other flights. Things not to do, baggage transfers to other airlines. Things to do, 737 aircraft. Things not to do, varieties of aircraft. Okay, so this is where we'll stop for our reading this morning. Still talking about a mission statement that Stock last week gave us just 2 important steps on how to write a compelling mission statement that your customers and your employees will be able to identify with, and also making the purpose of that mission statement clear. That is exactly the why, like we read last week, using Southwest Airline as an example and their compelling mission, which I read last week. Said the mission of the Southwest Airline is dedicated to the highest quality of customer service delivery with a sense of warmth, friendliness, individual pride, and company spirit. They don't just have mission for their customers and the company. They also have mission to their employees. He said, to our employees, we are committed to providing our employees a stable work environment with equal opportunity for learning and personal growth, creativity and innovation are encouraged for improving the effectiveness of Southwest Airline. Above all, employees will be provided the same concern, respect, and caring attitude within the organization that they are expected to share externally with every Southwest customers. So this Southwest Airline actually understands the lean principle for respect for people. Like if you look at the Toyota philosophy, one of their philosophies is respect for people, not just for their customers and also for their employees. So once all these things are balanced, you'll be able to create a compelling mission, create a standard for the organization which it should work with. So that's just a brief summary of our reading this morning. Thank you.